everybody? We're back. Visor TV on Visor.
And I'm Alistair.
And we're here for Avatar, The Last Airbender, Book 3, Episode
13.
13, lucky number 13. So we're here. This last episode was just Zuko, man. Yo, that guy got me so hyped the way he. Everything he did last episode, I was just fanboying the fuck out of Zuko last episode.
We both were, man.
Zuko's part of the crew. Katara warned him. You know, towards the end,
don't fuck with my boy.
Don't fuck with my boy. The three-eyed guy finally got wrecked thanks to Sokka's contribution to Boomerang. And
I just took Sokka.
It took Sokka to beat him. You know
you suck.
And don't disrespect my boy Sokka, bro.
I'm just saying, but he's just assassinated, hired by Zuko, and
Boomerang.
And your third eye got hit. You start crying and exploded.
He just exploded. You know, and then man, Zuko's gonna teach Aang firebending, which is so exciting. I'm just so excited for this next episode. I don't know why. I just want to see all of them as a group and just chill. You know, I can't wait for this. You know, and that's pretty much it. And you know, hopefully Haru shaves that facial hair off.
Yeah, you got a lot last episode.
I got all that. Yeah,
so you're calm now, right?
Hopefully we see him like with none of that shit on. So,
but you're good now.
I think so.
All right, shall we go?
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Shake that shit, Haru.
Just tap dance our way to victory over the fire. Thousands of years old.
Oh yeah? What's your little form called?
The Dancing Dragon.
Bro, oh man, I love
this episode.
Oh man, I forgot that every episode Zuko and the crew in, man. I think I'm just gonna love it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was awesome. So man, we have Zuko and Aang finally, like the things that were blocking them from using firebending the proper way. Like that's sort of like they finally like resolved that issue. You know, they finally especially Zuko and Aang as well, I would say. Because like man, I'm just so glad like this whole trip ended up like just that one blockage, you know, which was like preventing Aang from firebending, or more like accepting to learn how to firebend. And for Zuko, for like. You know, like Zuko, as he said, like it made so much sense. Like his main purpose in life was that rage and was that fucking determination to find Aang that last
bring him down.
That was the light, and that was the
side of him.
That was the fire. That was the source of the fire. You know? And now, it was so beautifully done when Zuko realized, like, yo. I think it's just like now that I'm working with you, like I don't have no drive anymore. Like what fuels me, you know? He doesn't have that anymore. And Aang as well. And for Aang, it was like after I heard Katara, when Double J was teaching me, like I
injured Katara and I just don't want to do it anymore.
Like mentally, I just didn't want to firebend at all.
Well, he did say to himself, "I'm never gonna firebend."
Oh yeah, and then even though in the future, later, like he's like, okay, I have to learn the 4 elements, take down Ozai and everybody. But at the same time, he's like he was kind of ignoring when Katara and Sokka were like, yeah, you have to learn firebending.
Yeah,
he's just dodging it. He's just like
literally dodging.
He was literally dodging in there, you know. So like it's so cool to see well, first of all, it's cool to see Zuko in the group. So Zuko, so first of all, like the episode started off right away. Zuko training Aang, and it looks so hilarious. And Zuko's like, listen, you must do this or this happens, you know? And Aang's like, what the fuck? I love how like Zuko's like, you're supposed to do it this way, you know, and his fire wasn't working. And he kept trying.
The first time I was so like, what the fuck?
At one point I'm like, is it eclipse back or something? I'm like, shit, yo, this girl holds that right around in 8 minutes? He could have won? He could have won the whole time? No, but yo, I really love how they explain that. And like, I found that scene so funny where like, Zuko's planning to, like, he would keep trying to do firebending, and Aang's just sitting there waiting, right? And he's like, oh, I felt warm that time. Zuko's like, stop patronizing me!
What was even funnier was when Sokka walked in.
Jerk bending.
Hey, what are you jerks doing?
Jerk bending? I went to the
first like, hey jerks, what are you jerks doing? Jerk bending? Oh my god.
Man, Sokka is so funny. The way the Sokka comes in between, he's like, what are you jerks doing? You know, it's so natural, man. And Zuko's like, leave me alone.
But when they were confused, about like, yo, like, why isn't my shit working?
But Toph.
Yeah, Toph is like, listen, you have to go back to your roots, you know.
So like at first, Earthbending was based off those animals. What did you get?
I didn't get their names.
They look like beavers. It starts with a B. I didn't get it, but those guys were like the original. They're blind, by the way, and I love how Toph was a little girl. She was there, blind, and those animals, like, she got along with them. You know, that's how she trained and enhanced her Earthbending.
That's how she has her learn. You see her feet moving?
Oh yeah, exactly. The way that she's learning from those guys, right? And that little story by Toph was amazing, man. I really enjoyed that one. And then the original Airbenders are sky bisons, you know? It's like, maybe Appa could teach me sometime. I was like,
what was water? Fish?
I didn't get water though. Yeah, no, I didn't get water. I know dragons were fire.
Dragons were fire, yeah.
I don't think Katara didn't want to have any part of the conversation.
He was like, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna tell you why.
You know what? I'm not talking to Zuko. But anyways, man. So back in the day, the tradition was to hunt dragons down. Sozin started the shit.
Sozin started that.
So he's like,
that's what all
you hunt dragons, and if you take down a dragon, you give him the title of the dragon. You know, and it's so crazy that like Iroh, Dragon of the West. This is why he's called Dragon of the West. I feel like I say that every episode, but like this is
this is actually
why the dragon title was there. Like he took down the last dragon ever, but he didn't really take it down. Like it was such a mess.
You know what a gentleman Iroh is?
This is just a gentleman is an understatement. Iroh is just. He's like a different tier of a human being, you know? Like, Iroh is just amazing, man. And like the way, I like Zuko's like, oh, he had a complicated past or whatever, but Iroh never told no one, you know? That he met those guys, those guys called him, they showed him the same visions and judged Iroh to be a good person. They showed him those visions, and like, Iroh kept it a secret to protect them, you know? Which is so awesome, man. I love that so much, man.
Iroh is just... I can't fathom how much of a good person this guy is.
Iroh was genuinely probably, and everything would have been so nice if Iroh became Fire Lord, you know?
None of this would happen.
The cycle of hate and everything would have been over, but you know, it is what it is, right? Iroh was just so devastated when his son died, so he just forgot all about it. But man, so they ended up going to the roots of the Firebending, I feel.
Like the Sun Warriors.
The Sun Warriors, exactly, and then they went there, like, this is the moment of seeing Zuko and Aang, like the way they're interacting, going through booby traps, and like the way I like how they're complimenting each other. It's like Zuko, you're so smart, you know. I don't care what anybody says. You're a pretty smart guy. He's like Zuko smiled, you know. And then when Zuko's like,
you're a bright kid.
He's like, you're a talented kid, you know. You got this. And then Aang smiled. Like, I love that little that chemistry building, you know. I'm actually really enjoying this.
Because we've never seen that. And you never thought, like, book 1, you never thought this would happen. Book 2, you never thought this was gonna happen.
Book 2, we're like, oh, this is not happening.
Yeah.
Especially the ending.
Yeah.
But then here we are, book 3, and like both of them just being bros, you know. So I love that, seeing that. So we saw there's actually a civilization. There's some golden egg type thing which Zuko got, and booby traps happened and shit.
So
and before that, they did that little dance of theirs.
The dragon dance?
The dragon dance, the way they were doing it, like, it looked so neat. It looked like a fusion dance.
I would have, yeah, right?
For Dragon Ball Z, it's a fusion.
But like, I would have never thought that would have been, like, you know how when they were on the spot against Ram and Cha? Ram and Chow?
Is it Chow? I hope I'm getting this right.
I'm not Cha, but whatever.
Ram Chow? Okay, whatever. RNC.
We first thought it was one person, but it turned out to be 2 dragons, Ram and Cha.
Ram and Cha, okay.
But as if like Aang at the moment was like, yo, maybe you're supposed to do that dance. In that moment, I would have never in my life thought of that. When you see 2 dragons that look like they're about to kill you.
Well, then again, you're not the Avatar, so.
Okay, stop.
I think I said that twice.
I'm gonna one day be an Avatar just to prove you wrong.
Just stop.
One day come shave my head, put a tattoo.
What the fuck are you doing? No. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's not too far fetched to do that dance. You know, like the fact that like Aang realized like that dance was what you had to do to, like, you know, get the egg and stuff going, right?
But you see how when they were dancing, the dragons were going with their rhythm.
Oh yeah, exactly. So like, honestly, if they were waiting for like a couple of minutes, and dragons were circling, like, yo, Aang's like, we gotta do something. Let's just do the dance, right? It's like, it's 2 dragons, let's just do it. And he did it. And like, I don't think it's too far fetched. I think that's pretty smart what Aang did, right? But man, we had a bunch of like old civilizations. They told them you gotta grab the fire. you gotta take to the temple, you know, and then you're gonna be judged when you go up there, and then I like you know, the little like Aang was nervous as shit. His fire was light compared to Zuko's, but obviously if it's too light, it diminishes. Too much, it literally takes over. So they have to like, you know, take that into consideration. When they finally got there, you know that scene when they did the dragon thing. Man, we saw the most beautiful rainbow-like fire
tornado,
where apparently they were being shown visions, and then Zuko's like, oh, it makes sense, and their eyes were lit up. You know, they're like it was like all their doubts and everything were just being vanished. You know, they're truly saying what firebending is all about.
Yeah.
And firebending is life. It's not just destruction.
It's
Firebending,
life.
Fire is life. Fire is energy. It's like the suns. You know, like they have no hesitation.
That's why they call it fire harmony.
Fire harmony. Yeah.
That's just like,
exactly.
It's not always destructive.
It's actually
harmonized.
life. The whole thing was harmonized firebending, right?
Yeah.
It looked like that. So like I like there was this one salty dude. He's
that
like,
little fuck?
The little fuck, he got disappointed when it worked out for them?
Actually, like...
What a salty dude.
Actually, he has like, what, 2 scenes in the whole thing? But I really hate it.
Me too. It's like one of those guys who like get happy in other people's misfortune. I don't know what we're talking about.
I fucking hate him.
Yeah, we hate that guy, you know? Anyways,
but the idea is the light is inside of you.
The light is inside of you.
You know,
like,
whatever drives you...
Yeah.
Exactly. That's so cool.
It's everything about it. So Aang had a really cool quote on this one about something about your shadows from the past or something like that.
Yeah, that quote is just
like I have to see that quote again. I have to hear it again. But man, that was so awesome. This show has amazing quotes, man. Like especially like I think 80% of them are all Irohs.
I think my life is gonna be like through these quotes, you know, like
just live through these Avatar quotes. But man, and again, you know, I love the part where Zuko lost that drive, and his new drive was like, I'm gonna fucking work with Aang, I'm gonna work with the Avatar, and take down my evil dad, you know?
And then boom,
that fire was there.
And then
Aang's like, he did it, boom, that fire is there, you know? It's like, these guys got locked in, firebending is open, and like, man, you know, like, the sky's the limit, so these guys they're gonna train their asses off, shit's gonna go down. This episode was like a Zuko Aang episode, you know?
Yeah.
Just
wow.
Like,
in a good way.
In a good way, honestly. Not like a Zuko Aang capture episode.
Or Zuko Aang like past,
you know? Yeah. No, this was a Zuko Aang in the present moment, working together episode, you know? And it was just great. Katara, this episode again, she's like, oh, what is it? Well, like, she's, you know, obviously Katara's still not comfortable with Zuko. It's still early days.
Yeah.
And then I like how Sokka was just making fun of him towards the end. He's like, "Oh, what was that? What kind of dance? You're gonna tiptoe dance to the Fire Lord and beat him?" Fucking Sokka just making those funny douchebag jokes. I love. They're so funny though. I just love it, man. And that's pretty much it. I feel like this episode was just meant for like. Just meant to show us like the Aang Zuko chemistry, you know,
and the philosophy behind firebending,
and obviously the philosophy, not just firebending. Well, mostly firebending, but we also saw like others as well.
The roots,
and roots of bending in general, the earth bending, sky, airbending, and then we saw firebending, obviously, like the Sun Warriors, and this cool tradition of hunting down dragons, Sozins. There's this fucked up shit about honor and you get the title.
What happened is like my father happened, or my grandfather, sorry.
Yeah, so it's just like it's so crazy, you know, and I again I love the part where like Iroh lied to protect the dragons, you know, and then that's why his title is Dragon of the West. So like, this is unbelievable. That Iroh scene was the Iroh little reference. I'm just like, hands down Iroh, man. Iroh for just doing that shit.
Yeah,
like you gotta take your hat off. So I think that's pretty much it. A good chemistry episode. Fucking enjoyed it, man. And you guys stay tuned for the next one. Whew. I mean, stay tuned for the MVP and flop. Alright guys, that time again. Who's gonna be your MVP of this episode?
And who's gonna be the flop of this episode?
MVP.
Okay, well our obvious mentions are going to be Aang and Zuko. Together. Okay. Another special shout out to Iroh for
just for protecting the dragons and keeping that a secret the whole time.
You know, like the whole Fire Nation don't even know that these guys exist.
I know, and if they did, they would go after them because
you know, like that's
it's a dragon.
You know, that's crazy.
Yeah, you know.
So shout out to
Iroh for that, man.
But this episode, man, it's
gonna be Aang and Zuko tag team of Aang and Zuko. They failed first. They didn't know firebending, You know, they're like, you know what, let's go and like they're like something's wrong with me. Zuko was like my drive and shit. Aang had to figure his shit out. They both worked together, got to the source of firebending, the Sun Warriors, their temples and shit.
Yeah.
They worked together, got the answer, the Ramen Child. They showed them visions. Everything cleared up for them, and now they're ready to go.
Ready to go
Full
now.
throttle, ready to go.
Now ready to train.
Ready to train properly now, and you know, with no block, nothing. You know, both of them are fired up. They have their resolves ready, and you know, their firebending is at 100% right now.
There
so
we go, man.
The sky's the limit. So Aang and Zuko, MVP of today.
You made us believe, put clothes on our backs, you sacrificed for us. You the real MVP.
All right, guys, it's gonna be the flop.
Everybody do the flop.
The flop.
It's gonna be the fuck. You know what? That fucking guy who's such a hater the whole time.
Like that guy, like I don't want to give him a name. I in my mind, I call him a fuck.
A fuck.
Like just his face, his attitude.
Why does he hate
his
him?
face?
I like how he had like 2 scenes where you hate him so much.
It's just like I hate him.
I know. It's just like, why are you hating, bro? Even the other guy's like, shut the fuck up. It's like, just bow down.
Even the guy's like, let's stop talking.
Like, stop talking, you know? Like, constant hate. He wasn't even happy about them getting the treatment. He's like, oh, the master's gonna have like nice supper. Like, he's just so jealous and salty. I'm just like, I don't know. I just don't like that person. I'm glad he feels angry that Zuko and Aang are succeeding, you know? So,
what the fuck? Like, I just don't. I hate him. I hate everything about him.
I
2 scenes is all it took.
I think legit, if you're gonna hate him, like this episode would be a pain in the ass to find a flaw.
Yeah.
But man,
he made it easy for us because
that's his one use of his life today. Maybe the flop for today's episode. Alright guys, that's it for today. This was another special Zuko Aang episode, man. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the next few ones, man, to see Zuko in the groove. You guys stay tuned for that, and as always, you can check the next few episodes up on Patreon. You get the support there, and
do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Alistair.
Pleasure.
Peace.